zip.
No, he's not a rocket.
Rocket, excuse me.
There we go.
Akron zips. Here's McNeeley off the mark. Diarra. Two-man game so far. McNeeley steps into a three. Neal with the rebound. A transfer from Utah State. Second year in the program. McNeeley on the hop. Got it. Timely buckets as well. McNeeley gliding, reverse, no.
And finding his role with this team is Mason Miller.
McNeeley hopping. Squirts out Miller to Ashworth. Puts pressure on the defense.
This way he's not trying to back him down. He can catch one dribble turn and finish. He's too high off the block right now.
Liam McNeeley with the flip. And Neal wrestles it out of there.
When he was able to, DePaul, when he was able to put it on the deck and drive.
McNeeley inside. Nice touch. McNeeley elevates and gets the bounce.
They found the gap.
Solo ball. Samson Johnson, Caravan, McNeeley a three. Rims off. McNeeley. Bumped. No call. Diarra. 10 to shoot. McNeeley. Terrace Reed with the offensive rebound. McNeeley. Circling. Beautiful.
But he maintained his dribble and he kept his head up. Okay?
So fans of UConn alive now. A bucket here could make it interesting. McNeeley. Here they come.
But you got to get it to him, especially he catches it on the move. That's when he's effective, like right now.
Shake. Straight up Jay. Rebounded Connecticut. And that stops the bleeding. He's got 10. Ends a 12-0 run. McNeeley. Open. Out of bounds. And Kalkbrenner. Almost lost it and does. McNeeley drives to the hole, hangs in the air, can't lay it down. Trout fights his world. Almost stripped, 7 to shoot. McNeeley rises. Reed, offensive rebound and foul. McNeeley guarded by Trout. Drives. Turns. Floats. In and out. Out of bounds. And it's Creighton back. A lot of huffing and puffing on the court. Under 2 to go. McNeeley off the glass and in. Connecticut. They need a bucket right here. McNeeley drives, hangs, short. Reed fighting for it, scrapping for it. Who
has not had a clean look.
Caravan can't get free. McNeeley on the bounce to the hole. Rocked the cradle and banked it down.
That's what he has, is strength. Now, Gus, match up.
Caravan pump fake, dribble drive, kicks it out. McNeeley on the skip, step back. And out of bounds.
See how well they now he's the point guy right now on the floor. McNeeley.
UConn has made their last 5. And somehow McNeeley contorts his body and squeezes that.
Clever.
McNeeley wide open. And he answers.
And Mahaney on the money.
Mahaney.
Nice pin here.
McNeeley now driving, left hand scoop. No.
He is good with that offhand though, Gus. As good as Poplar's played off, he has been guarding beautifully too.
McNeeley in close, turnaround Jay, around and out.
On Poplar. McNeeley really hasn't taken his guy to the rim.
McNeeley.
Nice fake.
Up. And good.
Boy, he can mix his game up.
Diarra. 10 to shoot. Caravan.
Nice play.
Samson Johnson slips. McNeeley. In and out. Perkins. McNeeley gets.
Yeah, on this end of the floor, he doesn't mind if they are liberal with the whistle.
Yeah.
No question. Look at that cut. Oh, yes. Off the feet, and it was a thing of beauty from Ross. February the 18th, and that's a long time to be without a guy that can loosen a defense like he could. McNeeley, too strong, and Adewusu pulls it down. Mahaney off the heel. Long rebound to McNeeley. And Arierne pulls it down.
But I like it because
the reinforcements have gotten it done. And the even better news, as Stewart misses for UConn, is the number of guys off the bench that should get some vital playing time at games. Good level of self-awareness now, regardless of the kind of news that he makes, whether on the floor or off, which I got to tell you, Donnie, I found really impressive today.
See more of that this last 7 minutes. Shaheen Holloway probably sending more of a message to his players that I want you to finish playing hard than it is to trying to make UConn uncomfortable. Maybe twofold.
Played 30 seconds of tremendous defense. McNeeley got it for three.
He has played well since he's been back from that bad ankle. The high post.
Diarra was too deep to take the shot. He'll drive on Trey Norman. Kick it out ball. Extra McNeeley. That is brilliant.
Dribble drive. Great find.
Came in 5 for 11 his last 2 from 3
I
reps.
was going to say, since the ankle, 19 and 7. He gets another look here.
Oof. He's going to make that more often than not.
Nice hands, Diarra. Give it up.
Nearly double dribbled. McNeeley on the wing. Missed it for 3. The banana.
Then the staff to see Mahaney get going. Gives him a new look, new dimension. And pinned down by Johnson. Easy look. Easy look. Boy, he is strong.
Around the arc, Mahaney step aside. No mid-range there.
Oh, he had it too.
McNeeley will, and that faded on him.
Yeah, tough shot. Mahaney passes up a good one. Take advantage of the offense. That open middle, you can put it on the deck. You overhelp. They find somebody once again off the screen. Good look.
UConn will take that any day.
No, from him.
McNeeley running hard to the ball, turning the corner. He caught it. It's red and gold. Smothered it.
He rode that play from the foul line.
Flynn had it partially affected last time, and then there he sent it over him.
Nice little cut again. He does a good job. An easy floater. Oh, foul here.
It's 11 to 9. To the corner, McNeeley, no dice. Rebound, Jones. This is punch counter. Second half, and McNeeley.
I like this. Get him to the box area. Tough shot. Good D. And that was Ross, I believe. Good set, though, coming out. Nice cut, and what a find. Diarra, that back screen, ball reversal, impeccable.
And tough catch. McNeeley thought better of it. Off the discretion, he misses for 2. Diarra the rebound. UConn owning the glass.
Go strong.
McNeeley does. He lifted out. Rebound Johnson, and Cam Jones ties him up. Ball for the lead. No.
Nice rebound.
McNeeley has missed quite a bit on the doorstep. Reed another chance. He didn't make it. Stevie Mitchell is hurt.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. McNeeley, they didn't get it off.
Look for the lob.
Parham kind of juggled it. Joplin in, volleyballed it out for Diarra, who got the flyby. Threw it through the hands to McNeeley. And it's out of bounds to Marquette.
Great look, though. Hustle.
Fouls. McNeeley in goal. Liam McNeeley, the freshman sensation, missed it. Rebound secured by Mitchell.
Been able to run anything yet.
Here's the freshman McNeeley, and Reed the offensive rebound. Dribbles it back out right there. And Providence shoots it fourth best from the outside. McNeeley off the inbound, and he scores.
What a great out-of-bounds play and a good slip. And we talked about that in the open.
Hot versus English.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll take Kim. Here's McNeeley for three.
Yes. This guy has great range.
Good defense by Pierre. McNeeley looking for three more. Reed is there. Offensive rebound and put back.
Every coach that they play against knows they got to stop at least one of those guys, and then it can be hard for Providence to score enough.
McNeeley another three.
Is that one bad too?
And Runse tips it to Fernandez. Figures in three straight. And they need him out there with Johnson having two fouls. McNeeley is fouled and he gets the bounce.
He's so tough.
Got in. McNeeley. Defended by Floyd. Shot clock at 5. McNeeley trying to get around Floyd. No good. Reed is there. Offensive rebound. Reed trying to go up strong. He has questioned their hunger the last couple of games. We told you it was a great Providence practice yesterday as McNeeley connects. And this is a team that if they don't fight hard for English, they're not going to. Looking for an opportunity to maybe put the shoe on.
He doesn't know if he should play with it or without it. He decided to go without it.
McNeeley at three. It's good.
He's shoeless.
Diarra still doesn't have his shoe.
I thought that was a...
Has both shoes on now. He finds McNeeley here. And the three won't go. Rebound grab by Providence.
24 points per game, PV, this month. Top 5 in the nation in scoring since the start of February. There's Liam McNeeley using the window.
Yeah, pretty good D, but Liam McNeeley has
shooting 55% from the field over his last three. Liam McNeeley left alone in the corner, and the rebound ripped down by Peavy.
How important when you're in a zone to find a body when the ball goes up.
McNeeley from deep. And it's down to 3.
And if there, maybe not as many pick and rolls, but he's a load downstairs.
Wrangling for room with Fielder. Kick back to McNeeley. And he knocks down a 3 to bring UConn back within 1.
And you just have to stay in front of him, but he's got to feel his way once you get into the game. You got to watch what's happened when you're on the bench.
McNeeley off the mark. You know, it seemed like Juski's team. McNeeley with 4 to shoot. Spin move, McNeeley, the drive, the floater, no. And a shot clock violation against the Huskies.
Great defensive, but then early, make that basket feel like a hula hoop in his mind. Oh, they missed Reed down low.
McNeeley attacking. Fielder, remember, has 3 fouls. Did they just call?
Yeah, it was on the Caravan here.
Yeah.
Just a little shove there.
Key to McNeeley. He's off the mark from 3. Malik Mack looking to run. Bounce.
Keep him in there to not pick up his 5th. You got to leave him in to be aggressive going at Reed.
McNeeley spins his way out of trouble.
Yeah, sweet.
Great defensive possession for the Hoyas, and they can't get the payoff with the defensive board.
They did everything but clean up the glass.
McNeeley, Big East Freshman of the Week for the 6th time.
I asked him how he felt. He said, nothing that a couple of painkillers won't get rid of. McNeeley off the turnover, and he'll jam it down with 2 hands.
And that's the kind of start you want.
Every time he's open. And maybe sometimes when he's not. McNeeley off the bounce. 8 to shoot. Leans in. Off balance. No good. Edge it forward with the board.
Yeah, excellent defense at that time.
Hit that 15-footer. Short this time. Caravan with the rebound. Diarra. McNeeley steps into a deep 3. And a whistle and foul on the baseline. Mahaney in space. McNeeley, quick release. Tyrus Reed, two-hand offensive rebound, and he's fouled. Mishandle on the bounce to the cup, off the back rim, no. Diarra with a rebound, McNeeley three. Diarra, another offensive rebound. McNeeley spins on the baseline. No good, ball to the cup, short. Woo. Diarra. McNeeley forced it up in the corner. Air ball. UConn. 10 to shoot for Caravan. McNeeley drives. Right hand flip. Strong. Reed. And a whistle and foul. Halfway down, pops out. 10-3 UConn run now as they try to get back into this game. McNeeley at three. Nice box out. Here comes Davon Smith. He's got Lewis on the Caravan. 8 to shoot. Back door, McNeeley. Good look. No call. Wow. Baseline. Reed drives. Pumps. The both. Blocked by Ejiofor. Right into the hands of McNeeley. He can't lay it in, but there's Reed again.
And then, of course, he misses the free throw on that one. But commitment to play defense as well.
McNeeley. And one.
Always give yourself a chance to win when it's combined with talent.
McNeeley sets his feet. It's not his day today offensively.
The assist number, around 6 a game.
Eventually 29 minutes in the loss to Seton Hall Saturday. Here is McNeeley, the added dimension. He got bounced. Couldn't score, didn't get the foul call, and now typically.
Where they are rag and ball. Nice slip by Johnson and fine.
McNeeley missed it.
Perfect step in three.
League season, that's usually very difficult to do in the Big East.
This guy's got to keep going. I think he's some talent.
McNeeley just short-armed it there. Ball from Johnson.
Program, and they are not themselves right now.
No, they're not. Here's McNeeley breaking the press, driving the lane to score. They need that so badly from him.
He's got to take over a little bit. Caravan is not blossoming here.
You said it, Raph. When he is healthy, he is a difference maker for this team. McNeeley again missed the three, and a rebound ends up right at the unforced turnover. See if UConn can capitalize here. There's McNeeley flaring. He'll start the engine and score.
Strong. What a great setup. They worked on that.
It's McNeeley.
Pretty good cover here.
Little weave. It's McNeeley with a lane. He scores and a foul. He did it in the first half. He does it here.
He's got some automatic switches. Got to get it the ball now with Dixon on him. Tough shot.
Good defense on McNeeley, and that's a violation.
Yeah, he had to get rid of it.
His pocket. Right into the game and right into the fire.
They got a nice look here.
McNeeley.
A lot of guys would have tried to jam that. It would have been blocked. What?
You got to make a run here.
Yeah, absolutely. Diarra on the bench, so a lot of pressure on others here. Nice deployment out of the goodness, what a great frustrates
it to Ball, and Diarra didn't take the three.
Nice.
Really wants it.
How about that?
He's got it. And he buries it.
He made that play. He was up. Reed's got a mismatch now. Bounce yourself.
Back out to McNeeley. Step aside three. Oh, just stayed it left on him at the last moment. And Perkins.
It could be a key coming off that bench, as you mentioned. This one goes off the rim. And Ball with the long rebound to McNeeley, who lights it up from downtown. He comes up a little shy as well.
And those are the little plays I think Shaheen Holloway wants to clean up, you know, the rest of the season for next season. You can't have those.
Oh, great work defensively coming over by Eric. Terrace Reed on the floor. Gives it up. Here's McNeeley from downtown. Way off the mark that time. Reed, the offensive board. Back to McNeeley. Hello, how do you do with the offhand?
Yeah, attention to detail again. You leave McNeeley.
That will aid and abet Seton Hall on the defensive end, to be sure. McNeeley being dogged by Coleman, but finds his way to the 10.
I mean, that's a tough. Well, Alex Caravan has 3 shot attempts in about 15 minutes. He's got to be aggressive.
Oh, the iron unkind to Stewart. McNeeley. Not there.
Okay, so you have to run out at him before he catches it with a hand up.
Quick hands by Johnson with a pilfer. McNeeley the other way. Great defense at the rim again. Out to Caravan.
On this UConn team to be able to run their offense and to be able to be successful at this end of the floor.
Nice cut by McNeeley as it's swatted away by Garway Dual.
I would just try to be the best leader and teammate possible, and I was able to do that.
You were roommates in college with Alex Caravan, and I remember early on we talked about you wanted him to be more social, get out. He's always. Have you had conversations with Liam McNeeley at all? Obviously, you coming out of high school, you had the fanfare that Liam has had. Have you had a chance to talk to him about the expectations and just pay attention to detail? If you're Seton Hall, communication is imperative on this set.
Beautiful play defensively by Dual. He knocked that one away. Villanova's got a tough one tonight. You think about Providence.
Yeah.
That's a tough win if you're going to get it. McNeeley in
and one
traffic.
there. Wow.
The iron kind off the heel. Yeah, he could have gotten it. Ade Wusu now. All over Caravan on the wing, wide open. There he is again. Just when you need him most.
Rebound, can't be short.
Huskies by 1. Nice cut. Nice cut by McNeeley and Diarra. Just with laser.
McNeeley missed 8 games with the right ankle sprain, returned on Friday and starts tonight. Puts up his first shot and an answer for the freshman.
This guy is a big.
Caravan tracks it down.
Greg McDermott doesn't get enough credit for everybody talks about him as offensively. Tell you what, his defense has been great.
McNeeley off balance, shot no good. Neal pushes. Reed Jr. setting the screens, but McNeeley has to back paddle. Out of the hoop, and count it for McNeeley.
And that was one of the things that Greg McDermott...
McNeeley again over Kalkbrenner for 2.
This guy makes it look easy, I'm telling you.
McNeeley has all of UConn's points. Hunting for more here, but rejected by Kalkbrenner. McNeeley gets it back, and he's fouled again. Diarra knocks it away.
UConn did a great job. They were working on that in their scouting report today to take that away from Kalkbrenner.
McNeeley at 3, not this time. Reed, the offensive rebound, trying to go back up. McNeeley off the mark, but Caravan flies in for the put, and a turnover by Creighton. 5 Blue Jay turnovers in the first half as McNeeley can't knock it down, and it's Blue Jays basketball crowd. McNeeley a 3. He cannot quiet the crowd and trout the rebound. Who's going to come up with the bucket for UConn? Can it be McNeeley? Inside, yes.
And really, the problem is their half-court offense has been not...
McNeeley working on Green, and McNeeley wins that battle.
With the left hand.
And now McDermott will use... Mahaney struggling to get it in. Up top to McNeeley. McNeeley with 3. McNeeley for 3. No good. Rebound, Trout, and that will do it. The 3. Air ball. Wow. Johnson catches it, and UConn will reset.
Solo ball to air ball.
McNeeley finishes inside.
Well, Danny Hurley swears.
Johnson, great anticipation. McNeeley at 3. It's good!
They need a timeout.
Hurley putting up.
Solo ball, the block. McNeeley for the lead. And Ashworth the rebound. You have to shoot. It's all your fault.
My fault. I was just going to say that.
McNeeley for three. Good! And UConn has its first lead of the night.
He hasn't been able to buy one most of the season.
5 for 34 this year. McNeeley looking for more. Why not? The freshman hits again. And Greg McDermott calls.
Country trips, and you can sense it right now courtside in that last huddle. This pace is hurting him.
And McNeeley with a steal and the finish. A new career hop. 7.5 to go. McNeeley, a three. Oh, he's on fire. Away from a double-double.
I almost like UConn better with the small team, to be honest with you, because now look at Colbrenner. He's under the basket.
McNeeley, no. Reed tips it up, no good. And McNeeley stands up with the ball in his arms. Goes right back into the paint. McNeeley counted and one. What a night for the freshman. McNeeley calling for a screen. He's going to put up another. And the rebound right to Ashworth.
Ball left hand flip, no. Reed with a rebound, kicks it out. Extra pass, Diarra. He'll kick it. McNeeley. Bray has it taken away by Diarra. Shows it. Rise and fire. Reed with the offensive rebound. McNeeley again in the corner. Trying to find a shot. He's missed 8 in a row. Ripped down by Reed. McNeeley somehow gets into the front court. Goes around the world, off the window, no. Reed tracks it down. This battle. UConn off to a great fast start, but St. John's reeling them in. McNeeley. And a foul as Luke. McNeeley looking for his first field goal. Bumping and grinding now. Gets in the paint. Jump hook. Got it. Smart player. Jumper's not going. Let me go inside. Reed drives on Prey. Lost his footing. McNeeley 4 to shoot. Lets it go. In and out. Reed with a rebound. Diarra. 7 to shoot. McNeeley. Drives. Cut off. Stops. 11-footer. Trick. Rebounded by Davon Smith. 7 to shoot. Taurus Reed. He's been excellent. Draws a double. Finds McNeeley. Quick release 3. Got it!
Offensive foul and allowed the play to move on.
McNeeley playing point guard now. Top of the arc, Jay. Uh-oh. The McDonald's All-American. 6 to shoot. McNeeley trying to find a spot. Baseline. Turnaround jumper. Air ball. Shot clock violation. Well defended by the Red Storm. First shot. Richmond. Up close. Caravan hands it off to McNeeley. Bad shot. Brick. And a foul on the rebound. That's defense.
It is.
Take care of the ball. McNeeley. Drive. Hangs and banks it down. 2:30 to go. 60s an average. 62-56. McNeeley, top of the arc. They need it. Reed, another rebound. Reed inside. St. John's picks up full court. Here's McNeeley up the sideline. They don't want to foul. McNeeley driving to the basket. Short on the layup, and that should be enough.
They've got to watch that right now and not let that happen.
Johnson lead McNeeley. Nice spin move. Puts it on. Bad one.
This guy is a big.
They like to play fast normally. Oh, what a rejection by Reed. McNeeley, transition triple. Shooters roll on the road.
Butler's a good three-point shooting team, so you kind of start to see, they think, some results in really concentrating on that.
Oh, what a back down post move, and there's the defensive gun. Takes it away from McNeeley. Diarra right to the rim. Follow a little off, tipped loose, won by UConn in rhythm. McNeeley. Teal and Benson has been the only advance to this game. He thought, yes, perimeter defense has been bad, the percentage is poor, but he charts a lot of tough contested threes as makes by opponents. And McNeeley, immediate response.
He thinks it's outside practice because you have a game every day. I'll be honest, I was in Maui 4 times. I think it really helps your chemistry and those kind of things. He knows what his team needs and what it doesn't need.
McNeeley missed, and there's the board for blockers.
That's what matters.
Diarra. McNeeley on high. Good boxing board for Meyer.
0-3 trip at the Maui Invitational a couple weeks ago, but 5 wins in a row since, and the star freshman Liam McNeeley absorbs the contact and lays it in.
One thing that Butler...
Austin Peay and North Dakota State. You win those, you're sitting at 9-3 with your only losses being ranked teams, and it feels like a different start to the season, what it truly is. Liam McNeeley drills the 3 for UConn.
Good job, but it's got to start down here and see if they can get out in transition after some misses.
Thad Matta was not happy with the defense and the rebounding on Wednesday night as Liam McNeeley sticks his second 3 of this. McNeeley steps into a mid-range jumper, in and out.
That one.
McNeeley curls, steps around the defender, no whistle. Butler has a chance to run with numbers here.
By Reed down low, he just built the wall. He didn't extend in, didn't foul, and held his ground.
McNeeley blocked by Screen. Gets it back, gets a second swat by Screen. And he chases it down, saves it into Brooks. Off to Screen, but it's taken right back by Diarra. Diarra kicks. McNeeley from the corner. He connects. Third 3 in the game for Liam McNeeley.
Well, Diarra turned it over.
McNeeley's got the size inside. Won't get it to fall. But Diarra's there for the offensive rebound.
Rose up. Found a little bit of an opening.
McNeeley using the body, falls away from the Big East logo. Won't get the bounce. McCaffrey corrals the rebounds.
That's good defense.
McNeeley, tough shot, won't go. Chance to guard the offensive rebound and a fresh 20 for the Huskies. McNeeley attacks all the way at Screen, and he's got a chance at a 3-point play. This is McNeeley to the cup, altered by Screen. And a whistle against Samson Johnson on the rebound.
Today, because he wouldn't have slept last night.
He would have just gone to the, what was it, the therapy tank or whatever it was, the float therapy. There's a block at the rim. Dalen Swain coming over to get a piece from McNeeley.
And minutes because of his health condition over the last 2 years.
Well, Xavier is certainly at a crossroads right now as they open up conference play. This rims out for McNeeley, but there again. Every field goal for UConn has been in the paint. McNeeley off the curl.
Yeah, he never really got squared up.
There's McNeeley back out to Diarra.
Boy, one more bounce, I think he had a layup. Here's the strength of this kid.
And McNeeley didn't graze the rim. For the Huskies, McNeeley on the attack. Pulls up.
Can elevate.
And he does just that.
Yeah, he can pull guys away with that strong.
Diarra steps behind the line. Off the mark from 3. Offensive board Reed for a fresh 20.
Nice kick.
McNeeley lines it up and knocks it down.
Why did Reed hesitate? Think about it. Like said here, once again, he can elevate if he backs him down.
McNeeley trying to back down Maddox. Elevates, scores, and the foul.
Great call by Danny. Sees penetration. Same little stagger, going strong now.
McNeeley.
Pretty. Boy, like a freight train.
So keep your head on the swivel and understand your assignments defensively.
There's the freshman Liam McNeeley for UConn into the paint, and he puts it in.
He can do much more than shoot the ball. Big body, showing the touch and put that slide pass right on the money.
This place is loud. It is up for grabs if this goes down, and it does.
And he's looking for fans. In particular, the last 3 games have been on point with him.
McNeeley took his time.
That's a freshman, ladies and gentlemen. Understanding.
Haney thought about the 3. Calm before the storm, it feels like. McNeeley missed it.
I love the shot.
19 points in a state title game in the suburbs of Chicago for Braden Huff. McNeeley unlucky. Diarra. Caravan flash, didn't get it. 8 to shoot. McNeeley off the screen from Stewart. Euro step is nice. 1.5 for McNeeley. Ball again. No. Offensive rebound, Singare. McNeeley hoists and misses. Caravan ran to it and missed it for 3. Singare again on the offensive glass. McNeeley, no. Looked like battle slipped. Mahaney didn't want it. Caravan does. Rebound McNeeley for 2. Battle. No, sir. Diarra whips it behind. McNeeley got him set and buries it. Offense identifying and dealing with it.
Right there in the middle. Look opposite, then you have a shot.
McNeeley missed it all.
The execution, though.
McNeeley bumped off by Battle. He got it anyway. Thought about the step back. Now he slices in and scores! A blind 2! McNeeley runs it down. That was from Reed, who's playing with 4 fouls. McNeeley, short. Rebound for Gonzaga and Huff.
You see that?
Se nota, ¿no? Que se conocen hasta con los ojos cerrados. Muy difícil para un equipo de los Longhorns, donde más de la mitad de jugadores son transferidos. Están entrando apenas en el sistema del coach.
Vuelve Yukon con jugadas como esta. Intento de triple. De Ball. Termina fallando. Arriba. Nadie fue con McNeeley. Termina cayendo a la esquina.
Rush.
Sí, señor. Si usted está en Estados Unidos con Rebeca Landa y Sebastián Martínez Christensen, en todo el resto del mundo, triplazo McNeeley. Ya tiene 13 puntos, 6 de 11. Pero su equipo pierde. Parece haber recuperado su nivel después de la victoria con lo justo ante Baylor.
The way they cut without the basketball is right up Liam's alley. He gets himself free here because of that.
But he misses the 3. He's a great 3-point shooter, but off the mark that time. Reed was posting. Instead, McNeeley gets the bucket. And there are the first points for UConn at the 6th. Into the shot clock here. Reed's got to put it up. Off the side of the iron, but McNeeley long on the triple. What a battle it is for the Reed.
Haney's back on the floor. See if he can light it up a little bit.
And McNeeley will let it fly. A little long.
Sampson over the top with the hand. Oh, they stayed here with this terrific defense. Their hands, their positioning.
McNeeley driving. No whistle. Well, a whistle after the shot. And a foul. Yeah, it's all
movement. Ooh, look at this reaction.
Shot clock at 1. Tapped out. Here comes McNeeley with the left.
Dirty adjustment too, but a hustle play. Ooh, somebody's not.
Turnovers for Baylor.
When you guard and rebound, the offense sometimes take care of itself. Nice spread by a good look. And a kiss.
Yes.
Corner kiss.
Liam McNeeley. Step back triple. Little long and a long rebound. Oh, John went up. High in the air, down to McNeeley.
Sent him a good check out as well.
McNeeley, stop and pop, yes!
And nobody came out and addressed it.
Now here's Liam McNeeley. McNeeley's got 14 tonight. He's looking for more. Can't finish, out of bounds, and it belongs to Baylor. Now McNeeley.
For Mahaney after that turnover on the sideline. See if they can get somebody coordinate the on-lane baseline run for a good look.
They got a good look, and McNeeley buries it.
They got caught in that.
Here's solo ball, sophomore giving it off to DR. DR's had a quiet night.
Much more activity to get good looks like this.
Oh, McNeeley, he's feeling it, but a little strong, and a rebound for Baylor. Approaching 2 minutes with the ball, up 5.
Little stagger screen. Pretty good strength on the drive.
No whistle. Let him play. Well, they're going to have to whistle.
Game. You let a team like UConn off the hook when they've been struggling defensively by shooting a lot of jump shots early.
McNeeley way off on his first 3.
Oh, with this unit on the floor.
McNeeley all the way into the lane. Got it to roll in.
Yeah, it's a tough guard when he's in the corner, because this is, to me, not being able to trust one another defensively, so you get into a zone. But UConn, if they stay patient.
DR, a good back cut by McNeeley with the left.
That's just great action, great movement. That's one thing that I love, the refs not blowing the whistle. So many games you see them automatically, a guy hits the floor, they call it travel. Look at that. That hard work, Reed on the floor, digging that loose ball out.
Extra pass, McNeeley.
That's a really good closeout in the corner. But you need a teammate, 2-3 zone here.
McNeeley left alone.
I'd love to see Mahaney stop behind that little screen up top and
4 to shoot. DR, good pass. McNeeley swatted. And a shot clock violation. Good defensive possession.
This is where you got to go right here. Kick ahead.
0 for their last 9 now after the McNeeley miss.
Nice job by Ross, sticking his nose in, coming back and getting that defensive rebound.
Ross fights for the rebound on this end.
Now it allows Maryland Eastern Shore to get into that 2-3 zone.
McNeeley wide open, too strong.
It's their last 8 3-pointers. Wide open too. Beautiful contest by Ross, and now that allows them to get into their flow, play with some pace. That is UConn basketball right there. Out of a timeout, they get us.
Trailed by as many as 11 en route to winning that one. It's been a tournament of crazy comebacks throughout. Here's McNeeley.
Ian McNeeley able to get up and down, especially with their guards. But for the Flyers, they have to push the pace and see if they can get down and beat UConn before they can set their defense. Look at Bennett getting on the floor. View that to make sure that it was a 3 at the next dead ball.
They called it a 2. McNeeley, tough drive. And last touched out of bounds by Dayton.
Take the lead with some 3-point prowess of their own.
McNeeley. And it is batted out of bounds. It will be Dayton. McNeeley. Fell short with the left. And how about Zed Key going tippy-toe?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you saw McNeeley kind of slow things up in the backcourt. Now UConn getting into its stuff.
He's not concerned at all. I can tell you one guy who's not tired, it's going to be Liam McNeeley.
I think maybe seeing some of the ball, poked it loose. Ahead it goes to McNeeley. Deep 3.
Got a number of good looks throughout this game, unable to get
on the lane. Cross-court pass, it's McNeeley all day. And he just cannot buy one right now. 0 for 3 on Cheeks. McNeeley tearing down the lane. Still looking for his first points of this game.
Caravan, number 11. So much of what they do revolves around him. He had 19 points and 6 assists yesterday against Memphis as Liam McNeeley is off to a good to Mahaney. And then McNeeley comes around from the other side looking for Reed. Instead pulls up at the elbow and knocks it down. The McDonald's All-American top 10 rookie to have that rebound.
You don't take rebounds away from your big guys.
No. McNeely's open again and having himself a game. He's a player. Sold on them. McNeeley. Wow, the soft Maui rims show themselves again.
Yesterday's game against Michigan State, but disappointed they didn't get the ball inside to Elijah Malone more. I think you'll see them look to him more often in this one.
McNeeley, no, but Yakimovsky down with a rebound. And finds Malone, and Malone lost it.
But he drew a crowd in a hurry, didn't he?
McNeeley with another 3. He is 4 for 4.
And oftentimes a long rebound gives the offense a better opportunity to get it, but it also gives the defense a chance to take it the other way.
McNeeley, not this time, and it's down to Jope and knocked. Diarra still probing, finds McNeeley. Around and out, but taken away by Diarra. And Colorado is pushing hard against UConn, giving the Huskies everything they can handle. McNeeley makes it a 3-point game.
He's just a little bit stronger
in college basketball.
And Tyrese Hunter, an outstanding defender, that's going to be put on display. He's going to have to switch out onto a lot of good players for UConn.
Boy, great touch as McNeeley wanted tougher players, more athletic players. And again, they've got a ton of transfers and a lot of older players who are in there with their third, sometimes their fourth school.
Musa Cisse switched,
and he'll be hounded, as you mentioned. Hunter is an outstanding defender. Now Haggerty switches on to him. And Memphis fortunate there. They looked a little bit out of lead to inbound it for UConn. And he'll come up to take it. Drives, too strong. Reed with the rebound. And a goaltending call. So
Memphis can switch without concern because Samson Johnson is not going to post up.
And forgive me, Johnson, a senior, but into a bigger role. He's a guy who played behind Klingon
to steal that ball.
Jalen Stewart has checked in for UConn. 14 points in the first half. 6 for 7. Here's McNeeley, too strong, and Stewart the follow. He is everywhere today.
Try to punch it out.
Again, 2 on the shot clock as UConn inbounds. McNeeley got it back and missed the 3, and it didn't hit the rim, so that's a shot clock. Can't get the shot up. Boy, I mean, Tyrese Hunter is having the time of his life out there today playing defense. Talking up a storm, moving his feet like crazy. McNeeley with a 3. That's a big bucket for UConn. The turnaround. It won't go. Caravan the rebound. Inside 2 minutes to go. McNeeley, deep one. Got it! And it's a 4-point game.
Stood him up.
Yeah, but Faye's got to find the body of Johnson. And then once you get the body, then go up. You can't fall away.
Woo! Liam McNeeley in the spin cycle.
He's one of those guys.
Liam McNeeley gliding in. Can't hit. And it will stay with Connects.
Ray Allen used to say, if your feet ain't right, nothing's right. And his feet were right.
McNeeley and 1. It over. 5th Lions TO Ross. Johnson couldn't volley it back in. McNeeley with a 3rd try off the heel and into the hands of East Texas A&M.
Up a little bit.
Oh, wow. Diarra just took the basketball.
No, they just gave it to him.
McNeeley flying high. Timeout, Lions.
Wow, a program like this. But Noel is really good, folks.
Ross long, rebound for Reed. He's got 8 boards. McNeeley can't cash in. Reed is a grown man right now. That's a jump ball. So UConn a chance for a 5 or 6 point trip. Tough. On the rebound, Liam McNeeley. The foul was on Scooter Williams Jr. trying to box out, and Thomas rejected by solo ball. It's the 9th UConn block of the night. They lead the country. McNeeley can't hit, gets his own offensive rebound and sticks it back. His grandpa, Chuck Elsey, who played at TCU.
Work on their balance, too, like they have right now, because they do not want to get into any kind of real running game for UConn.
Liam McNeeley off on his first attempt.
A little flare cut. Getting some shots. I think they're being challenged defensively, you know, with Lemoyne, the way they're putting the ball on the floor. But they're getting those shots. I mean, that's like the 3rd shot they've gotten that's been pretty good, but having more success when they're delivering it to the basket.
How about Liam?
By Caravan. And they reacted defensively, Lemoyne, not badly, actually.
Liam McNeeley, in and out. UConn 0 for 7 from downtown.
Just really, once again, bringing a defender to his chest and then releasing. Nice decision.
Liam McNeeley gives UConn its first 3. A.J. Dantzler, Samson Johnson said no.
No, that was a fabulous read defensively.
Liam McNeeley, cash.
It's Connecticut basketball, isn't it? Defend, hold yourself, and defensively be careful on the perimeter.
Shot clock at 9, Liam McNeeley hits. McNeeley has 3 trades.
Nice range, doesn't he?
But he's built a team that can thrive on depth.
Yeah, and also at the same time, it's depth. Do a nice little drive here. Good bump, too, out front by Reed on the screen.
Last year, but that team lost 6 of 8 and still won the national championship.
Good point. Real good point.
McNeeley, in and out.
Got a good-looking stroke, doesn't he? Caravan's going to get caught on that one for Coach Pop.
Absolutely. Think about that, though. 4 draft picks. McNeeley on lottery projections are.
Good run there. There's McNeeley. They trap him. Solo ball. They got to get it up. Rebound to Caravan. Free shot. You do not detect any French accent at all. I've been over in the States for a lot of years in Atlanta. In the deep corner, in and out. That was a miss by McNeeley. In fact, UConn gets another set. McNeeley.
Strong kid. Isn't he, the way he pulls his way in?
Yeah, this time. Nice save there by Wood.
There's the roll and the replace.
7 on the shot clock. Going hard to the basket, get the layup. Liam McNeeley.
Might get him going.
Thought he headed back to her with Caravan. Sets up McNeeley for 3.
A nice setup by Caravan. That's something he competes.
They really do a good job looking for each other. Stays with it. Coming down with the rebound. John O'Neal.
They have 3, 4, 5 different ways they can run it as Caravan comes up with another shutdown. Liam McNeeley, his first career points as a Husky.
Defense to offense, beautiful on the team, and they're able to do that. You see Sacred Heart here coming to a zone off this possession.
McNeeley broke it right to the middle from Diarra.
And Reed.
Diarra, Terrace, Reed, Liam McNeeley, Stewart, and Mahaney on the floor for the Huskies. Liam McNeeley with an air ball. Shot clock at 7, and it's off Stewart. And that time, Caravan said, enough. Caravan extra pass to Liam McNeeley.
Beauty. And that's it.
The 5-star freshman to Aiden Mahaney. The impact transfer from St. Mary's. McNeeley. That's his shot.
Oh, doubt. And they've been showing this some off of makes, mixing it up just enough to keep UConn on their toes.
Liam McNeeley. Reed fighting for it, reels it in. Caravan. Huge video boards here at Gamble Pavilion. Liam McNeeley attacks. He was blocked. And it'll go back to Sacred Hearts, a shot clock bound. Now McNeeley with the left hand, the five-star freshman showing his arsenal.
Elongated, strong. You also then get the type of players that this is what they're searching for. They're searching for that type of pressure.
Bob, his wife Christine, a staple here at UConn games. Terrace Reed.
And he said, with so many new players we continue to mention, he said, what do they look like in game action, and who can I trust, and how can I expect them to show up?
McNeeley couldn't get the friendly bounce.
And
the reverse out of control there was Stewart. McNeeley hoists and hits. He'll always have a green light, is what Dan Hurley told us.
Kalkbrenner with a rebound. Ashworth, diagonal pass. McAndrew, rise and fire. Kalkbrenner, first time he's really touched it. Baseline spin, blocked by Samson Johnson. McNeeley racing into the front court. Drive. Kalkbrenner.
That's how you want to shoot it in that situation.
Takes the three.
Tough shot.
McAndrew with a rebound. Picked up. McNeeley. A lot of huffing and puffing on the court. Poplar driving hard on the baseline, pushes off, gets there, and the rebound. They can't get it to fall. Boachi, big man in the middle. Happened before the Great Flood. Yeah, very busy. Boachi off the heel. He's a 70. Nice defense by Samson Johnson. Didn't buy. The fakes. Dixon. Mid-range. Short.
Good challenge, McNeeley.
Dixon 0 for 3 now.
Yeah, they need to continue the show.
Ruga Poplar with 11 already. He had 13 last night against Seton Hall. Misses the free throw. These teams split the regular season series. Dixon.
Wow.
Long shot there. Diarra. Now Dixon deep in the corner. Nice back by Caravan to McNeeley.
Really heady play. Nice help.
Vrickus. Step back three. UConn, the pull its weight into the lane. Turns it over. Outlet Stewart. Watch out. And he misses the jam.
And Poplar with the hustle caused it. Nice
inside,
pass.
John.
An unorthodox jump shot, so his shoulders aren't always square when he shoots that.
Nice rejection by Dual. And a steal. Quick hands from Felton. Rejected. Ariarene rejected by Johnson. Mahaney off the heel. Long rebound to McNeeley. And Ariarene pulls it down.
But I like it because the deep
ball. And there's the alley-oop. Inside. Great defense. Protecting the 10. That's what the Huskies have done all afternoon long.
He almost jabbed me a little bit, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, hey, man, you gotta know who signed your checks.
Well, the Dewusu, fortunately, is okay. Right away picks up. And so the reinforcements have gotten it done. And the even better news, as Stewart misses, for UConn is the number of guys off the bench that should get some vital playing time.
This is a grimy defensive game already. Just getting in the pocket and staying there.
Tough match right there. Reed with a good challenge, though.
Jones for three. Missed it. Rebound McNeeley. Ball for the lead. No.
Nice rebound.
McNeeley has missed quite a bit on the doorstep. Reed another chance. He didn't make it. Stevie.
They're defended by McNeeley. Can't get free. Trying to work McNeeley and doesn't get the bounce.
Try to post move there and up and under.
Already had
100%, Coach. I'm glad that we started the season, too, Coach, with both of us agreeing on the first play of my year.
Yes!
We're off and running, fellas.
We're going strong, Gene.
a great sign. Tarris Reed back on the floor as Samson Johnson comes out. Mila's halfway down and out. Mila, though, with 7 of his 9 points here in the second half.
Playing for the Thunder, he could probably play 5 positions. He's that type of player.
Freshman Drew McKenna, the duck under. Micah Peach.
Take another basket. Can't keep exchanging, not against this UConn team.
Samson Johnson felt the contact. Second chance now for the Huskies in Diarra.
Left, you got a little guy on you, you bring it back into him.
Epps, wild shot.
Yeah, you say wild, I say bad. It's just not a good shot. You got ball.
Rebounded by the Red Storm. Lewis off the heel. McNeeley with the two-handed rebound. Connecticut in flux now.
Play.
Diarra called for the foul. Richmond misses the free throw. 11-8. Richmond drives on Diarra. Mismatch here. Pushes off. McNeeley with the board. Got a great look.
I like the call, guys.
Empty strip. Diarra. Ball on his wing. Along with McNeeley. Here's ball at 3. McNeeley with the rebound. He has it taken away by Scott. Incredible winner. Inside the kick. Scott. Halfway down. Pops out. 10-3 UConn run now as they try to get back into this game. McNeeley at 3.
Of maturity.
R.J. Lewis. And a rebound to McNeeley. This is the closest UConn has been since the 6:51 mark.
St. John.
Misses the free throw. Baseline, Reed, drives, pumps, reverse, blocked by Edgefor, right into the hands of McNeeley. He can't lay it in, but there's Reed again. Point play.
I like this young man's upside, man. Beautiful stroke. And then, of course, he misses the free throw on that one. But commitment to play defense as well.
Finally unstuck themselves.
Nice curl for a good look.
Poplar, no.
McNeeley good at asserting himself.
Ball trailing. 2 for 1 here maybe for Nova.
Yeah. And why not with this guy out there?
They will get another possession though. You never see college teams do that at the same rate as an NBA team.
No.
Gino didn't take it to the rim. Instead, he kicks it wide and gets a 3 that won't go for Brickens.
Big rebound. McNeeley.
Perkins.
Wow, what confidence on a foul. Poplar.
McNeeley.
Got to go through Poplar and Dixon.
Here's Poplar. Accelerating, he lost it. Reed behind him. Got a hand in. Well,
they did.
On a hobbled leg. 3 to shoot. Poplar kicks it around. And no violation. They'll let him play.
Diarra with a real good defensive stop and a pass. Beautiful by McNeeley.
Ricketts on the run. Down the lane. He's denied. McNeeley the rebound and a foul.
Perkins on the edge.
And McNeeley will probably work the ball a bit more than anyone else. Caravan, who's been in a shooting funk now, 2 for his last 29 after that miss from deep. He's really
there with the block.
Coleman again. I need a couple of those to go down. He needs to see one go through. All Trey Sofley will. They were 27th, really, among the coaches. But for the first time in the AP poll, not in since November of 22. McNeeley going to be tied up here.
And play, so that is where their bread is buttered.
Or being deliberate on this end of the floor. Jassim Felton, along with Ariane, these are two freshmen who they really hope can develop.
Well, Alex Caravan has 3 shot attempts in about 15 minutes. He's got to be aggressive.
Oh, the iron unkind to Stewart. McNeeley, not there.
Yes.
Kids think it's cool.
They do.
Adewusu. And we've come to the intermission.
Give me some credit today because he passed me. Absolutely. Can't blame it all on me.
You got it.
Dual can't connect. Again, UConn with a one and done as Diarra brings them back the other way. Stay on the floor. They're going to have to get him out, I suspect, with solo ball at the scorer's table. That 3 won't fall for Coleman. He thought it was in.
Yeah, those you got to stand in, though, hold your follow through, and even follow.
Coleman's made his last 3. Aligbe splits the double. That was a tough one. That was a pressing shot. And Dual now's down on the shot clock. There's the trigger to Caravan. Oh, McNeeley, a big-time offensive rebound for the recycle. Now you got to.
So often. This is the way I like him coming to that side.
Here's the weave, 5 to shoot inside. And that's a problem this season for Connecticut. Sloppy ball handling. Second turn. Dixon 0 for 3 now.
Yeah, they need his points.
McNeeley.
Look how sweet man walked, yeah.
And a trouble.
Lost his balance. Brickus not backing off.
For the shot fake, gave it to Diarra.
That drop coverage, that slip when Johnson rolls to the basket, it's going to be huge for Seton Hall to figure out how they're going to guard that.
Well, the
shoulders aren't always square when he shoots that.
Nice rejection by Dual. And a steal. Quick hands from Aligbe.
Coach and see it in the stats and see in the minutes that you can be a better coach.
Another turnover this time by the Huskies. End to end goes.
Always nice hands, clean big.
Gold the deflection, created this run out for Ross, who had Mitchell with him, and now he'll double back.
I know he was patient. I thought
the dog's ear. He lost it on the way up there. Johnson had it fleeced. Stevie Mitchell on his own for a run out.
Now, they haven't had too many reasons so far this afternoon, but if the Friars could make a run, that certainly could help them out, and they're feeling a run right now. Joseph Pierre, another 3 in rhythm.
Believe me.
Is there a plaque somewhere in here?
Yeah, there's that. Sure, there must be.
McNeeley slips to the ground, and a travel is called. And get going. 1 for 11 today for Bensley Joseph. McNeeley coughs it up.
Problem for Providence.
6, and that almost been a type of an enigma because of the three-point line and the lack of ability to guard it.
McNeeley turns it over. UConn had 18 turnovers in their loss to St. John. This is a UConn team that has been a little off-kilter offensively as McNeeley turns it over. Bounce pass, Mack going up against McNeeley.
UConn shooting 55% from the field. And a reach in, McNeeley. Richmond reached in. What's the call? Feed. McNeeley, Caravan. McNeeley looks inside and just throws it away.
That ball got to be to the back of the basket, closer to the baseline.
Ball on his wing, along with McNeeley. Here's Ball at 3. McNeeley with the rebound. He has it taken away by Scott. Out of bounds, and Connecticut
gets him with the lower body. All right, got Ball up top.
McNeeley. Now double dribble is the call.
Yep.
Turnover. 18.
Here's Diarra with 7.
Look at the mismatch. They get it finally. Just elevate.
McNeeley lost it on the way up.
Yeah, I think Brickus may have got a hand in.
Among coaches, for the first time in the AP poll, not in since November of 22. McNeeley going to be tied up here, and it'll stay on this end of the floor. The basketball gods know who's shooting. When those fall,
yeah,
just as was the case with Ashworth a couple of weeks back for Creighton. Aligbe has it swatted
on defense.
Yeah.
I mean, that is communication's everything, especially on the road.
Oh, boy, McNeeley, that's a bad foul to give up if you're Liam.
And their strength, can you outlast them physically? And a lot of teams haven't been able to do that in the last couple of seasons.
Give and go, but it's disrupted by Scotty Middleton. Got his hands in there.
Fought on him late. He came through.
This inbounds is thrown high into the air. Caravan can't save it. It's Seton Hall ball. One more time.
I think that ball has to go.
So they got to play straight up here. McNeeley has that one deflected away. Coleman atones yet again.
It's Neal on McNeeley. McNeeley lost it, but recovers. But a double dribble is called. And another UConn turnover. McNeeley, his pass deflected by Kalkbrenner, and Neal secures it.
See, Kalkbrenner's hanging around in the lane now, Andrew.
Puts it up. Guarded by Prey, taller and longer. Ball. McNeeley slipping, and he couldn't hold on. They turned it over for the 10th time.
And not enough space for them to come back for another year. Now, that just gives this St. John's team ample opportunity. Another turnover.
15 points for Lewis. 20 turnovers for McNeeley. Almost coughed it up. Does. What a pass! The extra! Up.
Really bothered him on that one, who's 2-3 inches bigger.
Oh, what a screen. But a reaching hand jars the ball loose. We've already had 3 jump balls in the first 5 minutes of the game. It's Blue Demon ball. Drawn by Connor Enright.
Of the UConn perimeter guys has been a problem for DePaul.
McNeeley, double kick, travels. On New Year's Day, it's a similar refrain for the UConn offense. Able to find loose balls off misses like that. There, it's taken away. Gunn, grain of the lane, gives it to McNeeley.
Big time 2 guards at 6'8".
McNeeley sees a seam, pocket picked, loose on the deck, won by Benson. DePaul has made 7 shots total.
He started 0 of 6 from the field, but he's hit back-to-back field goals. McNeeley leaves his feet, and it's intercepted by Finley Bizjack.
That's unusual for McNeeley.
McNeeley rubbing off the screen. Bounces inside, but they lost it. Pierre Brooks comes up with it for Butler.
UConn a little disjointed offensively.
Que iba por el rebote, pero terminaron recuperando los Huskies. La falta cuando penetraban por línea de base, tapa.
Y esto fue hace 2 meses, ¿eh?
Ojo, y lo que usted dice, nadie está exento. Usted nos cuenta esa historia y como ella hay muchísimas. Y claro que hacemos lo que tenemos que hacer.
La mayor ventaja, de Connecticut contra un rival de diferente conferencia al medio tiempo desde 1999. Y eso fue también contra un equipo tejano. 21 iban en liga.
Wright will spread it up. Wright drives again. Same thing, different result.
Big rebound. And they got an out-of-bounds call.
Yeah, McNeeley fell on that baseline, so Baylor will keep it.
Leaves it for Key. Loose ball, and McNeeley able to absorb it, but then turns it right back over. Cheeks goes right into Johnson.
I think they combined for, 28 points in the first half?
Just crazy comebacks yesterday. UConn was down 12 with about 3 minutes left. Came back, forced overtime. Had the
off the glass.
It is a 1-possession game with 2:10 to go. Stolen by Malone. And a foul on Reed is
is going to knock him out.
Track and get open looks. Look at the way they're pressuring the perimeter.
McNeeley to Mahaney. It's a turnover. It's the fourth by Connecticut.
And McNeeley tripped
half. 14 of 19. McNeeley leads them with 15. He had ball in Caravan, and it was deflected for a turnover.
Second foul on Sunderland. 14.
Oh, he walked, I thought.
Yes, he did. He did. With that right foot.
Yeah.
Even more, but they've got size across the board.
Shot clock at 9, and a turnover. The fifth by Connecticut.
Alex Caravan.
That was blocked by Caravan. He got a piece of that. Stewart with a steal. And Stewart hits.
Again.
And I don't think you'll find a better March coach. It's not as if he fell off a turnip truck when he left Arizona. There's Terrace Reed. Nice cut inside the lane.
I will say this. The
4-minute increments. Just find a way and slow this juggernaut down. That kind of spacing won't help. Caravan had plenty of room. And it's 50.
Marquette a quick 4 in a row to draw within 2. Out of the timeout, UConn gets down deep. Terrace Reed Jr. for 2.
See, that's the difference lately, I think. You need a basket. They get away from one.
Caravan got the hand in.
A nice job defensively. Nice extra look. They need him.
Caravan.
They need him. They do that open floor is one. Great D on ball. Nice pass. Double.
Wow, McNeeley, a touch pass for Johnson.
Great recognition.
Okay, noted. Reed lays it in. Timeout, Providence. Rebound. Here's McNeeley. And Asante closes out quickly. Solo ball. Hits. Ball, a 3. It's good. Solo ball with his 4th triple of the afternoon.
Caravan and McNeeley. 8 to shoot. Diarra, soft area, got by Fielder.
Really nice play. You shoot it, you let Jay, Shaq, Michael Jordan. You can't make that one-handed pass and think you're going to bring it back.
Reed. He's just a load down there, and for a guy who comes off.
Teach that body. Can't teach size, and you can't teach a body like that.
Reed downhill again. A half dozen guys on this team with national championship experience.
Gives you a confidence.
Yep. Solo ball extends the Huskies' lead, their largest margin.
UConn team.
Samson Johnson felt the contact. Second chance now for the Huskies in Diarra.
You know, it breaks down. There's a long rebound a little bit quicker, faster, more nimble without Sorber. I'm with you. I'm surprised you hadn't seen more of that this game.
Dump off pass. Stewart double clutched as he mishandled it initially, but recovered well.
I love the
3 straight on. He thought he got hit. Offensive rebound, Caravan. And McNeeley takes a peek at the clock. Oh, Ball wants to pull the trigger, and he does.
And when he's...
Connecticut in flux now. McNeeley driving to the hole, deals it down, inside, up, and in. Samson Johnson and UConn, just like it. There's the switch. Diarra. 8 to shoot. Ball, a 3. Pure. Solo.
Look at the pressure, Gus. Look at the pressure.
McNeeley driving. The lob. And an easy jam for Samson Johnson.
For a good look.
Poplar, no.
McNeeley good at asserting himself.
Ball trailing. He cans it.
Wow. That's normally...
McNeeley on the prowl.
They use Caravan for it. Nice look.
Reed scores on the reverse.
What a nice set and a pass. Beautiful.
Ball can't connect. Again, UConn with a one and done as Diarra brings them back the other way. A little up and under, and he gets the layup to fall. They had missed 10 layups before.
He showed his full potential and everything he could do, and he's one special player.
Yeah, that win against Creighton was hard fought. I think sometimes it lingers a bit. There's an answer from Jalen Stewart. So he just made the strong move to the hoop. There's Reed on the offensive glass. The recycle, and out of the triangle, Ball nails it. When they get spread and you see that triangle.
New run, Neal has 5 points. McAndrew has 5 points. Johnson back in with 2 fouls and finishes with the left hand.
That's what they have to do. When Kalkbrenner's
DePaul and Wintrust. Tip ball taken away. McNeeley out of man rush. Diarra right to the rack. Timeout DePaul.
McNeeley lobs it up top. Samson Johnson, who's back in the lineup after missing Wednesday with a concussion, flips it in.
McNeeley again making that play with dribble.
Got the rebound for UConn. Caravan step back over McCaffrey, buries it.
Well, you think
a goal for the Dogs comes 5 minutes into the game. McNeely's been the hot hand. Good drop off underneath, and Terrace Reid Jr. with a 2-hand stuff.
UConn runs such.
Reid spins, splits a double team, and goes high off the window at the left.
This is old school basketball. I know we're in Hinkle Field.
The rebound out, but right to Caravan. McNeeley accelerates, stops, shovels, Caravan, yes, and one. Trimmed it all the way to 2, but a quick 6-0 spurt by UConn to end the half has them up 9. Hassan Diarra buries the 3 on the first possession of the second half.
That's where Butler, that time McNeeley wide open after the Butler turnover.
Back-to-back Butler turnovers, 3-on-1. Great ball movement and solo ball finishes.
They got to get him going a little bit.
McNeeley.
Nice roll.
Reed. Soft area.
Smart play by both. Reed and Caravan.
Up and down we go. McNeeley.
Nice look.
Reed scores.
I'll tell you what, Reed's in shape. He sprinted to the... There you go.
Entry pass.
There you go.
Finish.
He can do it. Load him up, big fella.
There is Reed with McNeeley off the curl. Late dish. Reed fights his way through.
How about the hands? That was a tough catch.
Yeah.
I got to say.
I got the scout report on you, bro.
Yeah, that's all right.
Talking to my college roommates. On the kick. Solo ball. Yes, sir. Brown with it on the drive. You see UConn really struggled from 3 today. McNeeley drops it off to the wing. That 3 will go for Jalen Stewart, his second tonight.
And McNeeley had some influence on that shot inside on Graham.
Right down the lane, got it off for Stewart, who just controlled himself in time. Terrace Reid Jr. has been big when he's been in. Here's McNeeley, drop off. Reid got it with 2.
Una racha de 6-0 para los Longhorns. El pase afuera, penetrando. Movimiento perimetral a la esquina, intentando el triple. Triplazo. Desde la esquina, solo.
Equipos de básquetbol o de cualquier deporte para competir y tratar de llegar al Final Four.
Qué bien que cortó. Sensacional el pase.
Caluma además 5 rebotes. Mark Draymond, una asistencia.
El pase en la pintura, diría Viduega, canasta segura.
Butler defense, it's about as good as it's been this year.
Look at this help. Ooh, a slap down. He got away with it.
Well, it fell right to Samson Johnson. It looked like he had a hot potato there for a second. Wanted to get rid of it.
A little late for Reed.
Reed spinning and off the glass.
Good entry pass as well. Load him up a little.
One more, open look. Diarra parries the three.
Yeah, it's good to see Hassan knocking down those shots.
For Baskin going over McNeeley for the rebound. That wasn't called a foul. McNeeley, good extra pass. And the punch there by Taurus Reed.
And watch Liam McNeeley. You see.
Nice pass by McNeeley.
But McNeeley demands so much attention because of his ability.
Led Dayton to its first NCAA tournament win in 9 years last year, defeating Nevada in the first round of the dance. As Samson Johnson gets another bunny to go. He's got... Caravan, this is from deep.
Oh boy, that's his game. He is an elite shooter. That Louisville squad also lost a number of guys to the NBA, particularly Milt Wagner.
Solo ball, how about that? Friendly.
Could come off the board, but it looks like they got it right in my time. Almost everything close they tend to call because they can look at it. Caravan again, and it's 11-7. You essentially couldn't run any offense because of the pressure that pushed them so far out. Solo ball, count it. The sophomore from Leesburg, Virginia. Contact. Does this make you think of the old day, like your playing days when this was more common? To have two big guys battling in the low post. Yeah, backing each other down. Caravan hits a three to make it a 2-point game. Diarra brings it out for UConn. Just 3:40 to go now in this game. Deep one, Caravan. Yes. Wow. Is 8 on the shot clock. McNeeley trying to drive on Cisse. 3 to shoot. And Ball hits another one.
He's trying to figure out each other on the floor. And your pace, too. You know, UConn is not a slow team, so there's going to be some mistakes.
That's solo ball.
It's so beautiful, though, to see again.
Level up starting next week at the Maui Invitational for this team. They'll open with Memphis and either Michigan State or Colorado. Aiden Mahaney, that's the type of shot he can bring to the table.
Yeah, I said it earlier, he's a distributor, and then the other end, just Mahaney can't get there quick enough. Helps recognizing that and elevating.
Mahaney's just letting it fly right now. That runner doesn't go for Raymond Espinal-Guzman. Here come the Huskies. Solo ball. Hit that from Hartford. A deep three for the
room and creating space with that step back, uses his shoulders, nice bumps off.
McNeeley with the delivery to Jalen Stewart.
Stewart's going to be interesting to watch here. We mentioned a sophomore.
They know how to run their stuff, that's for sure. There really is just nonverbal communication a lot of times in those sets for UConn.
And a steal, Diarra gets hit by Epps.
Right in the mix with the rest of them, but Othello Harrington was a game changer. All those big names, you forget about some guys.
Malik Mack guarded by Diarra, coughed it up.
McNeeley, here's Ball a three. McNeeley with the rebound. He has it taken away by Scott. Out of bounds, and Connecticut will get it again.
A little over a month, a couple cross-country trips, and you can sense it right now courtside in that last huddle. This pace is hurting him. And McNeeley with a steal and the finish.
On offense, able to find loose balls off misses like that. There, it's taken away. Gunn, drain of the lane, gives it to McNeeley.
I mean,
could we see another three?
McNeeley brings the
bounce past Santos. Leaves it for Key. Loose ball, and McNeeley able to absorb it, but then turns it right back over.
It's down to 7. Got to get something started. Hammer to Smith. Good hands by Ball. Good hustle by McNeeley. Oh, and then Ball's pass goes. Rogers. Okoje. Knocked away by McNeeley. Here come the Huskies.
4 guys that we just showed who went to the NBA. And he says, well, listen, you know, those guys could have scored 5 or 6 more points, but they were patient. But make your call, John.
Look out for solo ball. He blew it. Thomas driving on McNeeley. Offensive rebound. Johnson's been there time and again. This time McNeeley comes up with it. Caravan.
When those fall,
yeah.
Just as was the case with Ashworth a couple of weeks back for Creighton. Aligbe has it swatted away. Fans wanted a foul. Did not get.
He knows what his team needs and what it doesn't need.
McNeeley missed, and there's the board for Blocker. 3-on-1 erupts. D'Amico right to McNeeley. Great job to deny. Out of bounds.
That was just good defense.
Need to see if you stunt or help out.
Langston Love driving. Trying to find his way, but McNeeley with a rejection.
Ooh, Sampson gets a small inadvertent screens to get himself set.
Drive it inside. McNeeley got his hands on it. They say it's clean. Here comes Diarra. Kicks it back up to Love. Love calling for a screen. Omer sets it.
Icing it.
And McNeeley swats it out of bounds with 5 on the timer.
He's done a much.
Lemoyne hasn't scored in 5 minutes. Ross turns it over.
Maybe they'll get something here if they hurry.
Tech and driving, and McNeeley was tracking him.
Yeah, pretty good effort, though, by McNeeley just then. It's 6-7.
Has been brilliant tonight. With the ball now. Takes a 3.
Tough shot.
McAndrew with a now Longino looks over to Kyle Neptune on the Villanova sideline. He drives and fouled by Diarra.
Biaggi's got to be careful. He got away with that move. Great strength going to the rim.
He's fully integrated back into the offense. Blocked away by Caravan. Smoked it.
Wow, he had.
Marches here in a big way. Lowry missed it. Bodies everywhere. Ball actually ricocheted to Mitchell.
And availability on ball screens. Protecting at the rim. That's all him.
Solo ball to the deck. He clears it to Diarra. Jones bumped by McNeeley for 2.
So good. Timeout. Shaka. Oh, you know.
5 minutes gone by in the second half. Cardette off balance. I don't like that one. Okay, noted.
Almost like a coach those 5 weeks that he was off, he's seeing the game a little bit differently.
Peavy again from deep.
Got to ride. Can't afford it.
First touch of the game for Curtis Williams Jr. First minutes of the game. Well, the transfer from Louisville, and he's off the mark.
Yeah, you know what he's doing once he gets in. Yeah, they know how to run their stuff. That's for sure. There really is just non-verbal communication a lot of times in those sets for UConn.
That's been the story for Connecticut this season. 16 turnovers. Wilshire.
One trip for UConn. Just when you think it's going to explode, you're still a little short. Poplar, tough shot. Rebound for 5.
To me, I think they need a timeout.
Ashworth. And a whistle and a foul is called on McNeeley. It'll be 2 shots.
Good job by Caravan.
Ashworth for 3. And Caravan going up for the rebound.
Kayvon Smith. Hangs in the air. Ripped down by Reed.
That time Diarra has been running the team, but found an opening on the perimeter.
Brooks, no on the reverse. Kapke tips the rebound out, but right to Caravan.
Set up before UConn gets back on D, but this is a better set right here. Just a little bit more patience.
Bully ball from Brooks as he floats it in.
You must change.
Verts on the 3-point play, and UConn back up by 3. Swain off the curl, draws the bump. He'll head to the line.
Everything but the finish. That's it can be imposing, particularly against this lineup.
McKnight's attacking on the other end.
Before the D set, electrifying.
McKnight's spinning, scoring, and the foul.
Hey, whirling.
mark, 36 minutes in.
Yeah, he wants this empty corner, too.
Tiptoeing in, Nembhard, faded.
Good defense by the Dogs.
It will travel through Nembhard. He wants the screen from Huff. They go under. Nembhard couldn't tie the game, but that's the play.
Perder. Pero hoy les tocó un peso completo. Hay tiempo.
Johnson, triplazo. Un paso. Se pedían falta. Penetrando Larry, se voltea. Busca girar, lanza con una mano, falla. Rebote que viene consiguiendo McNeeley.
Double drag with the horns.
Rob Wright, the freshman, got it to bounce down.
Tough kid, isn't he? Upset.
Drive it inside. McNeeley got his hands on it. They say it's clean.
Away from the screen.
Here's Wright. 3 to shoot. The freshman stops and pops. In and out. And a strong read.
Amir, because he's going to be screening. He's got to show, talk.
Here goes Roach with the left. Oh, that did everything but drop.
Nice effort. Nunn's been quiet.
He's trying to make some noise right now. Hanging, can't finish. In the corner, they'll keep it.
The man to Love.
Love calling for a screen. Omier sets it.
Icing it.
And McNeeley swats it out of bounds with 5 on the time. He's got 17 and 6, 10 this half. Love. Oh, it drops for Langston Love.
Jamana really can possess it. Knows his role.
None off the window. They needed that. It's down to 5. Let's see if they do try to get Omier involved. Not yet. Love. Tough runner. That's got to be a foul on Johnson.
You see the Flyers once again off of a defensive rebound. They're going to try to push the pace. Enoch Cheek steps back, knocks down the 3 ball. He shot. I guess it has to be pretty cool.
You're right. That was shocking. Shocking that was his answer. As you see the take there, Enoch Cheeks. Dan Hurley spoke about it as well, though. Said
that possession, tipping it out, couldn't get to it for offensive rebound, but still maintains possession for his team.
McNeeley bothering Cheeks.
Got size, length, a really good bench, and balance across the board.
Deep one. And it drops in.
Maybe the second half for Tyrese Hunter. Got almost as many points all on his own as UConn has. Rogers misses a long 3. The long
nation's leader in blocks with over 10 per game, already at 5 through 10 minutes of the game. Floater doesn't go into the hands of Reed.
Yeah, I think
school founded in 1889. Jam! There's some second chance points. Haney, 2 stellar years at St. Mary's under Randy Bennett. 7 on the shot clock here. Never lost his pivot foot.
Yeah.
But it's 3. Here's Tekken serving. Zach Tekken rejected by Samson Johnson. That's the 9th.
In terms of learning how to play at this level.
McComb will shoot a couple. He's fearless going.
Here's Stewart handling point duties right now, and Amiri Stewart continues to provide offense.
Ashworth, double team. Somebody's open. Green, heat check. He is officially hot.
The field 3 for 3.
Green hadn't missed a shot, finally does. McAndrew, offensive rebound. Ashworth steps into a triple, and there he is. They wrap it around. McAndrew, 5 to go. Neal, 3 to go. Ashworth to McAndrew. Rebound, Diarra.
Moving around more briskly this time around.
I will say this time of year, if you're healthy, you're probably not playing. So the fact that he is out there limping around, I think it's a leap in their game.
Here's Corey Floyd for three. It's good, the answer.
And that's the problem for UConn.
Here's Floyd, and his shot is rejected by Reed, but right there, Runse.
And we know, Andrew, they're tied with Auburn, #1 in the nation in block shots, UConn.
6 themselves unemotional at times, which I don't think is a bad thing.
Well, that's what going so deep in the postseason.
Edgerton. Smith. Baseline, Lewis again. High archer. Trying to get UConn. St. John starting 0 for 3. Smith turns the corner, cross court. Baseline, R.J. Lewis. But this time, he knocks it down. Samson Johnson back in, starting Edgerton. Smith wraps it around. Lewis, high, arcing jump shot, goes home. Tracked down Scott before he got to the midcourt line. To Smith, shot clock at 14, baseline, Lewis, sweet.
A lot of people would like to see him a little bit more. Nice double.
Forced it out of Dixon's hand. Get it back to the corner, and he drops it in from long range. Dixon single coverage, bumping on Johnson. Dixon leaning into him, had to give it up. He got it to Perkins, who's been so hot from three.
Well, this kid is...
Villanova has 10 seconds to play with. Longino, Brickus, no good. Rebound, Caravan, that's it.
On by Scotty Middleton.
That's great offense. This is a UConn team that averages over 18 assists a game, so you could count.
Middleton! Woo! For the easy one, and he missed the dunk. Boy, does that sum up the year. Coleman runs it down. Adewusu for three. Got it! We're tied!
Trying to drive the ball in the half court.
Johnson's got 2 fouls. Mahaney comes over. Here's Davis at 3. Kalkbrenner back out Neal. Extra pass, Trout for 3. Air ball. Miller tries to sport right now.
Oh, completely.
Kalkbrenner to the corner. McAndrew for 3. A big one for the Blue Jays.
People that don't normally shoot threes well have shot threes well against them also.
3 ball. Gunn a little short. Benson wins it. Reed, they run offense in earnest. Gunn for 3. No. Enright kick. Gunn. Off target. Weak side blocker. Out of bounds.
UConn's got to be solid at this end. This is an area that they've grown, I think, as the season progressed.
Foster off the mark.
El give and go entre Diarra Johnson. La esquina. Intentaba el triple. Pope y anotó. Atacando ahora. 13 puntos la ventaja. Atacando los Longhorns. El pase afuera. Intento de triple del ala izquierda. Generado. ¿Quién consigue el rebote?
Amir comes out to guard you. Nice block.
Nice block
Stays with
indeed. But Roach will get an open 3, and he knocks it down.
Well, that looks familiar, huh, against St. John?
UConn tonight.
Really going nowhere with all this dribbling.
Cross court. He's Celestine. Off the side. There's Love.
Actually blocking the shot.
But even if UConn comes back and wins this, the Flyers, despite possibly going 0-3 as Cheeks misses from distance, tapped out to Bennett. Dayton with a chance to expand this lead out to double digits. Cheeks will try, and he'll do it!
But let me tell you how that happened.
They have played with such confidence the entire week, Corey.
And the Flyers UConn going to stay in the 1-3-1, but there's another area of concern. Being able to get out to shooters.
Quickly, he's a really good player. 2-time All-West Coast Conference, 14 points per game last year. Rogers again knocks it down. His second and
10 on the shot clock. I give to Karoma. He kicks it with 5 to the corner. Just off was Fred.
Make sure we pay attention to the details. It's a long, long road, and you got to work day in and day out.
Bagats gets off on the 3.
Now, it's one thing to have the talent, right? But you have to get guys to buy in, and that's where a beautiful stroke again.
That's why he was at the... Pull up 3, and for Sacred Heart, they hit their first.
Shows it. Nice defense by Samson Johnson. Didn't buy. The fakes. Dixon. Mid-range. Short.
Good challenge, McNeeley.
Danny Hurley's calling card. Defense, even with the 2 national titles, they didn't mess around on the defensive end.
You think the adrenaline is care of Marquette in overtime to close out the regular season. The regular season champs win here at Gamble. UConn out to a quick start.
Jones lost it. Ross against McNeeley, and he scores and a whistle.
And they've got them going to their strong arm. Nice dribble turn.
Ricocheted it to Mitchell. Joplin a step aside. He tries to stuff it, and a foul on UConn and McNeeley.
How about Joplin mixing?
Peavy on the drive. And it was contested.
And no one there to offensive rebound.
Richmond, handoff. Sweet look. And foul.
Villanova, a lead of a dozen on the road, trying to resuscitate its NCAA tournament hopes, and there he goes again, Poplar.
Oh, just a
already late shot clock. Dixon quiet in the second half. He missed it short. Perkins couldn't corral it. UConn.
Meanwhile, a steal. Wilshire. Richmond explodes. Hangs. And jump ball is called.
Avalanche of Husky offense and defense. Gunn puts it up. Snaps it home.
Hey, listen, Chris Holtman is not, and you know, the one thing you got to say about Danny Hurley, it's not only portal. I mean, player development. How much better is solo ball this year than last year? These guys are developing. Then he gets McNeeley.
Everyone's standing. It feels like the end of the game. It's the end of the first half. Stromer, a step inside. That's no good. McNeeley gets hammered.
Afuera del arco, completamente solo. Pudo acomodarse, agarrar el balón, saludar a la banda y tirar cuando aquí le van a marcar la falta precisamente.
Stunt or help out. Langston Love driving, trying to find his way, but McNeeley with a rejection.
Ooh, Sampson gets a small screen and roll. Nice hesitation.
There's Love again. This time McNeeley gets out to him, so Love drives it and finishes at the rim.
Boy, how about that?
But that was always, when you talk to other coaches of the opposing teams, they said their constant movement really gives you trouble.
Another tough look for Bailey. Bailey buries it.
Bailey was like, I tried defensive team.
3 to shoot. In and out from Bailey. Downhill. Martino pulls up. Won't get the bounce.
Rado looks inside for Malone. He certainly has a strength advantage on Johnson. Johnson, though, a very good shot blocker. Reverse layup and count the basket.
To the basket, which really puts the defense in a difficult spot.
Malone unable to get a shot off, kicked it back out. Yakimovsky rejected by Samson Johnson. That's what he right now, and shot clock is down to 7. Got to get something started. Hand to Smith. Good hands by Ball. Good hustle by McNeeley.
Surveying with 6. Ali, the senior, gives it off. And shot clock's down to 3. Pull up off the dribble. And TJ Thomas, not the shot.
I think he was trying to find Mahaney. That ball again might have gotten deflected.
Sanchez Vega with a tough shot. It's short and it's going the other way.
Really sense too many situations where they've forced it. Here comes a force now, though.
On the shot clock, Bagotskis banks it in.
Physical player as well, and gets to the free throw line.
Hey, Woodard got inside.
He can make threes, but he gets in that lane.
Woodard
can't get by people. That's been key.
Step through, left hand, no, kept it alive, and rebound goes to help defense tonight. Has been sensational.
Oh, they're talking beautifully. Tough shot.
And rebound taken down by Reed.
In 17, a Division II transfer. Thought about it, drives on McNeeley, and now works his way to a foul.
And you see it again. I mean, what's this continue more than just the numbers?
Tanner Thomas. That's who Sacred Heart goes to. He's long this time.
Neal, Arizona State transfer, drives on McNeeley, left hand strong and in. Ashworth almost turned it over. Here's Neal, explodes, step back, 15-footer, good again. Here he is, facing Hezzy down the lane, and foul.
Smart. And again, it's not going to. He knows he can elevate. Go back to him.
Rickus, 7 to shoot, pulls up, not a good shot. Taurus Reed gets the rebound.
A Hurley coach team come up with a great open look on a special run for a top scorer. Aligbe into the lane, high rising, and he gets it down.
Yeah, that's he's got the ball here, defended by McNeeley. Can't get free, trying to work McNeeley and doesn't get the bounce. Try to post move there and up and under.
UConn at the foul line has extended the lead. It's their largest margin of the night. Perfect, 12 for 12. It's an and one on the other end.
And the Red Storm turned it over only 7 times. Here's Lewis. That's his sweet spot right there. Playing with that groin injury. Baseline. Lewis. Shake. Pull up. Sweet Lou, baby. Percent from the field. Lewis. Reverse. And the two-hand finish by Edgeworth.
Right now.
Try to drive McNeeley, who's got the size here. Perkins, no, good defense. McNeeley, offensive rebound, though.
He took a lot of two-man games right now. Look at this cross.
Poplar thought about the three. Instead, he scores.
Once again, you can't contain.
Give Ashworth a little bit of a break.
This team has been fighting illness lately as Neal finishes inside, but McDermott told us. And now Miller to Neal. Neal going right at McNeeley. And miss with the left hand. You know,
I tell you what, Chris Holden runs good stuff on offense, too.
Enright contested three. No. And Taris Reed, good.
Battle wants it. McNeeley meets him there. Battle. Now sideswiped. Great job drawing the foul with the body control.
Buscando mantenerse en el partido, al menos evitar que se aleje tanto con Ericod. Intentando el triple y anota.
The pinch post ISO, very tough, one-on-one. Trying to stop an 8-0 run, and that will do it with emphatic. Came back to Wright, shot clock at 5. Yeah, Wright's hobbling a little now as well. Love step back, and that drops down.
It comes down, knocks it down. There was really no second guessing there.
Bailey puts an end to a 13-0 run with the lay-in.
On them. Ross, Stewart, even McNeeley. He's going to play a lot of minutes, but you still want your coaches to be able to trust you.
Take an opportunity and run with it, right?
This feels like it's a must-stop possession for UConn.
Haggerty, the turnaround. It won't go. Caravan the rebound.
Johnson averaging 3 blocks a game. Shot clock down to 4. Abdul Mateen got McNeeley in the air, counted in the foul.
Yeah, that's a tough one there, and he can get his own shot. There aren't a lot of guards in college basketball that you can say the same about.
And they've hit such a high premium level that
Tekken. Zach Tekken has shown some good signs tonight for Lemoyne.
I love the way
they are competing. Very involved. Don't leave them alone.
Have a good look at it.
He's a confident kid.
Woodyard getting deep with the runner.
Well,
good.
Nice footwork. You mentioned it early in the game. Where you see Caravan in the back. Great rotation.
They're very consistent with that. But this kid is really taking it upon himself. McComb, all done.
Ashworth. Straight away. Ball with the...
This could be the coronation highlight show. Adewusu with the iron, unkind on a
drop step.
Jones against McNeeley for two.
You know it's coming. You can't stop it. So tough.
He knows himself.
For him, and obviously get this building going a little bit here in Hartford for the Huskies.
Peavy, it's the first miss from the field for Georgetown.
Playing for the Thunder, he could probably play 5 positions. He's that type of player.
Freshman Drew McKenna, the duck under.
Just over 3 minutes gone by. Finally, a team is scratched on the offensive end. Dual, a step back over McNeeley.
It's tough. You pass up a...
Here's Coleman taking it right at McNeeley.
Tough.
Good defensive effort there by Liam and Karabic.
Andrew, this is their 10th game in a little over a month, a couple cross-country trips, and you can sense it right now courtside in that last huddle. This pace is hurting them.
And McNeeley, Ashworth had the game-winning three-pointer at Villanova last week. Ashworth for three here. Halfway down and out. They got to start fouling. And
Benson brought in from Missouri State, one of several Missouri Valley influences on this DePaul team. Here's Gunn, rise and miss.
You know, when I talk the next step as a team, which is guard on the perimeter.
Only 10 on the timer as they run offense in earnest. Gunn for three, no.
Came back to tie it moments ago, but it's UConn by 5 with 50 seconds to go. McCaffrey steps back, deep three, swirls out, Ross the rebound, but...
Paso de Kaluma. Llegando Chedrick. Afuera se acomoda. En el lado derecha ahora penetra cerca del codo, lanza y termina fallando. Sin
aprovechar todo lo largo del área para meterse prácticamente sin que nadie lo tocara. Muy conservador, creo, la defensa de los Longhorns ahí, evitando...
Bailey draws another foul, second on this possession.
Flyers to this point, their guards have dictated the game.
here's Enoch Cheek setting the feet. And the rebound off to Hassan Diarra.
Smith, the drive, lays it in to make it a one-point game. Boy, Stewart knocked the ball away, in part to get some players some rest before they get to the under 4 timeout. Yakimovsky on the drive this time. And a foul called on Samson Johnson. And he, with the physical fight and mental toughness that his team has shown today. They have played well, and they have played hard from the moment this game began.
A tremendous defense.
Lions coming off their first win of the season, a 70-68 victory over Southern. Kalik Abdul-Mateen their leader. He's off on his first attempt.
Almost just as damaging as turnovers and steals can be.
That's why coaching staffs track those now. James with 4. There's another deflection.
Dolphin country.
Yeah, not exactly Dolphin country. Back in the 40s, the school administrators wanted an animal that was both fast and smart.
There you go. With him playing last year, Klingon.
Unbelievable.
Whoa, tough shot.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Contested by McNeeley.
And I looked at, I think it's easier too, John, when you have 4 guys that we just showed who went to the NBA. And says, well, listen, you know, those guys could have scored 5 or 6 more points, but they were patient.
Post-up situation with Sampson and Reed Jr. too. Nice fake. Pretty. Little lingerie on the neck.
So smooth coming off his hand. How he's moving without the basketball, the catch and shoot nature of it.
Thomas is long. Thomas driving on McNeeley, offensive rebound.